campers. Today we are making chicken stew over the fire.
It's a beautiful night. We're looking for some fun to do. Hey campers, I think I wanna.
Okay, so as you can see, we are not at camp. We are at home, but I had to share this with you because a lot of people like to make chicken stew while they're at camp. And it's also a good thing to make and bring to camp in a bag after you've frozen it. We did that our last trip. But anyways, my chicken scratch here. I'm gonna tell you what we're putting in it. First of all, it needs to be over a fire. No, it doesn't really need to be over a fire, but it's much better.
You can make chicken stew in like 15 minutes.
I know,
but
it's better over the fire.
it's better over the fire for the longer you do it and marry the flavors.
Yeah. And I don't want to say that I perfected it, but I've pretty much perfected it. So anyways, 3 gallons of milk, whole milk, 6 rotisserie chickens. You can buy them from the store or you can make them yourself. I obviously deboned them and shredded all the meat off. Do not throw away the skin.
You can adjust the proportions as necessary, right?
So this is going to make half of that big pot. So I think that is what?
That's a number 20, I think it is, wash pot.
Yeah. Okay, so the skin, I know this is horrible, but this is the skin. Take all the skin and put it in a food processor style thing and mash it all up into like a paste. And you're going to use that to cook your vegetables in with the butter. And it's not fattening at all. Anyways, 4 sticks of butter. I cut them up in pieces so they'll melt a little bit easier. And in here, I have 4 tablespoons of powdered chicken bouillon. What was it? A cup and a quarter of flour, and 2 tablespoons of pepper, 3 tablespoons of salt. I think that's all I put in there. 3 quarts of chicken broth, 3 quarts of chicken stock, and then I'm going to do 3 to 4 tablespoons of minced garlic, 48 ounces of half and half, which is 1 1/2 of this, and then a thing of carrots.
We like that. You don't have to do
You
that.
don't have to do that, and 6 onions chopped.
I'd say don't go and skip the onions. Don't do that.
So anyways, first thing I'm going to do is put the butter in the pot and get it melting with the skin, and then we'll get the vegetables in there. So I guess we'll pause it for a minute. Alright, so I've dumped in the butter. Like I said, that was 4 whole sticks of butter cut up into pieces. And this is all the skin pureed, so you can kind of see it there. Kind of looks gross, but it smells so delicious. But anyways, yeah. So I'm going to put all that in there and melt it all up. Once that gets melted down a little bit, we'll toss the veggies in. Alright, so the butter and the skin are melted down. We're going to add in the 6 chopped onions.
White onion?
White, this is Vidalia onion.
Vidalia.
But it doesn't really matter. You can use any kind of onion you want. And then this whole bag of carrots. It's 10 ounces of matchstick carrots. I just buy those because then I don't have to chop everything up.
You've done celery in here before, right?
I have, but it kind of
Overpowers.
Celery is really powerful.
Flavor. She's melted all the butter and the skin together.
Yeah.
At this point, she starts making
Now we're going to stir it all up.
Sorry if the camera work is shoddy, guys. We're dealing with a
It's windy.
windy,
Really windy.
low sun angle.
Alright, so we're going to let that sit here for a little bit so the veggies get a little bit cooked, and then we'll add the thickening agent and the rest of the liquid.
So on with the lid.
On with the lid.
Can you do that?
Okay, so obviously you want to stir it around. I don't know, I think it's been about 5 minutes or so. We're just going to stir it up. I think we need to add a little bit more wood underneath to turn up the heat a little bit. You don't want to get the heat too high though, because it will scorch, and then you'll end up with black pieces from the pot in your soup, which isn't going to kill you.
Depends upon your pot.
Yeah, I guess it depends.
I mean, I didn't spend a lot of money on this. We kind of
Right. So anyways, but
brought
yeah,
back to life an
but
old
either
pot.
way, you don't want your heat to be too hot because it will scorch the milk, if not the pot. But yeah, so we'll stir it again in a few more minutes.
What's up, Chris?
Okay, all right, so we are going to take this off so you can see it steaming now. Let me set this down. All right, we're going to stir it. I'm going to see what I'm saying. It's getting a little warm down there. You don't want to burn it.
Alright, so you want me to raise it up then?
Well, just wait a second.
So if you guys go to this extent and you have like a tripod like this, they're awesome. You can move this heavy pot around.
We'll show them the details of that in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, so this is minced garlic. This is the jarred minced garlic. I have used fresh. Again, doesn't really matter. It's just the flavoring. I don't like to add that in the beginning because if you cook, you know garlic has a tendency to burn much quicker.
As I was saying, you can move it on and off, in and off the heat, with the tripod.
So this is the thickening stuff with all the seasoning in it that I explained
Wait a minute,
earlier.
I didn't get a shot of that.
Oh, here we go.
There we
Explained
go.
earlier in the video. You want to add this to your vegetables before you add the chicken and the stuff so that it can kind of cook away all the powdery stuff and mix in. Otherwise, you'll get clumps of flour. I'm real technical about my terms. But anyway, so you see it's kind of like a sloppy mess now, but it smells absolutely amazing.
And this is one of those instances, smell-o-vision would be
good. And again, that's
huge
probably
plus.
because of the fat of the skin. But who cares, right? You only live once. Alright, so now, I guess I'm going to start adding the liquid. I'll just start with the chicken stock here. And it's going to take a little bit because there's a lot of liquid. But
You didn't really take that out very long, did you? But you still kind of...
I took it all out probably about an hour and a half before we were going to add it to the pot, just to kind of get everything at room temperature. The chicken stock already was, but like the milk and the half and half and the butter and all that. So it can kind of get closer to room temp so it doesn't separate quite as bad. It's going to separate anyways, just because...
It's a lot of fat.
Yeah. But it helps. And it helps you get the soup up to temperature quicker once you get it all in the pot, which is what you want because you want it all to cook as long as it can to incorporate.
So when you say the liquid, what are you going to put in again?
All right, so this is the third thing of chicken stock. I've used store brand. I've made my own. I've used Swanson, obviously. Really doesn't matter. And then 3 quarts of chicken broth. Those. I have an assistant here.
Uncle Chris, the sous chef.
Yeah, he is a sous chef. He's a good sous chef.
If you've watched our channel, you've guys seen or met Chris once or twice before.
Yeah, of course you have. Alright, 1.5 quarts of, wow, that's smoking my eye. Quarts of half and half.
Get over here so I can film better, man.
Trying not to make it splatter so much. Again, brand does not matter.
We're going to take a break here, folks. She's about to pour in 3 gallons of whole milk.
Which is going to take a
It's
while.
going to take a while, so we'll return.
Okay, so we're dumping in the last of the milk. Like I said, I like to incorporate that a little bit slowly because, like, as you can see, it's already separating. And then we will put in the chicken.
These shadows are killing me, guys. I'm sorry.
Well, they'll see it later once it's a little bit darker, so it won't be bad. All right, again, 6 rotisserie chickens. If you cook them yourself, probably more like 4 because they're usually a little bit bigger than the ones you can buy at the store.
But you're not going to get the butter that they get in that
Yeah,
chicken.
they get a lot of butter in there. So anyways, we're going to add that in there. But I've done it both, and both were pretty good.
You don't make stew to be healthy. Let's be honest.
All right, so we'll add those in there. Give it a stir.
That is not the official stir stick, by the way, guys.
Oh yeah, no, we got to show you our paddle. Hold on, let me show you our paddle.
So,
I gotta come over here. Hold on.
hang on.
Ta-da!
There we go. There's the official paddle. So let's stir it up, folks.
This is what you need. You need one of these. Maybe Jason will start selling them. But anyways, yeah. So, we've incorporated everything. We've stirred everything in. We are going to let it cook. We'll stir it every so often. Make sure it's not burning. And we'll show you along the way. Okay, so it's probably been, I don't know, 20 minutes. We're just going to go ahead and stir it. Make sure the temperature's good. Make sure everything's heating evenly. You want to stir it down to the bottom just a little bit. Kind of lift all that stuff up.
Watch the fire, Doodle.
Watch the fire.
Looks like a witch's pot.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Smelling better.
Alright, so we'll wait a little bit longer and just keep stirring as we hang out and go along.
We'll be back.
Okay, so, ow, that's hot.
Oh, you might need a,
So,
yeah, I found that out 5 minutes ago. I'm sorry. It got hot finally. There we go.
anyways, it's been going, I don't even know what time it is now, so I don't know. Probably a couple hours, and it's finally gotten to where it's a kind of a boil situation. We're gonna let it go for a couple more hours. Once you get it to a boil, it does take a while, but again, don't add too much heat because you'll end up burning it. It will come up to temperature and it will start boiling, and you won't have to worry about it because it really only needs to boil for a few hours before it gets all married. But anyways, so we're stirring it. I don't know if you can see through all that steam. And
I'm going to try. Let's make sure it doesn't fog up the camera.
see, so you can see how it's separating, but it'll be good.
So we go for a while. You can really, like I said before, you can put it together quick, bring it up to temperature, and
But
it's ready to
fun.
eat.
Have
But
people over,
it's a
have
fun,
a
and the flavor
hangout.
develops over time, so that helps out a lot.
Anyways, I'm gonna hang this up, and then I'm gonna have Jason show you his little.
Or you can just talk about it, because I'm already here.
No, I can just do this. Thank you.
All right. So you can buy these things. Put this on. There's no sun out. No. So the trick to it, and we saw this at a, I don't know, chicken stew we went to for a community family friend, something like that,
Trying
right?
to get the light.
So it's a tripod, and you can make it yourself, which I chose to
There we
do.
go.
But you know, I put two 2x4s, and I don't even know what the angle is. I made this thing like almost 10 years ago, probably now.
God, you're old.
I know, but I drilled a hole straight through all three pieces
See?
and stuck a pin in there. And what it allows you to
trying,
do,
guys. There we go.
and you can buy smaller versions of this for you guys using like a Dutch oven instead of this huge pot.
Come on, this
But it allows you to not have to deal with the weight of the pot.
Yeah.
You know, we've got an eye hook through here that's hanging from it. But if you were to want
Hold
to
on, let me back up.
get it off the fire, you can adjust your heat level by just simply raising or lowering one of these legs,
Right.
you know, accordingly. And you move it in and out of the fire that way. So,
So you don't have to kill yourself lifting a
right, because that's a lot of weight
100-pound pot.
on this pot. Yeah, and even
Yeah.
the smaller versions, you know, I've seen a lot of black iron ones. They sell on Cabela's or whatever. So, but like right now, you know, we've gotten it boiling, so I should leave it here now. It's raised up off the heat some. We've got it up to temp, and we just let it sit here and do its thing for the next couple hours.
Yep, and we stir it probably every 20 to 30 minutes or
Right.
so, again, just to make sure it's not burning. But yeah, we'll let you know what it tastes like in the end. Is that it? Is that all you got to say?
Yeah, why are you pointing the camera?
Because you're beautiful. Okay. Okay, so it is a little past 5. We started it at 1 o'clock, and it's ready to eat.
The process at 1, yeah.
Well, I mean, we started the project. Yes. Very good. All right, let me stir this.
She's gonna stir. Yeah, she's gonna stir it, and she's gonna show you how most people in our parts make a bowl of their chicken stew.
The necessary ingredients. After the fact. is in my eyeball. Can't see. Literally cannot see right now with all
You're
the
both
smoke.
too small.
Yes, I know. The smoke is in my eyes. It's not cool. And my bowl is leaking. Okay. So anyways, you can use Tabasco, Texas Pete, or Frank's. I like Frank's.
Or not. You don't need any of that if
Or
you don't want
need
it.
any
Yeah.
of it if you don't want it. Yes.
Also, salt and pepper, which we don't have out here currently.
I don't
Normally, you
really-
don't need salt.
I don't think it
I like
needs it,
adding
but-
pepper to
Anyways.
everything.
Oyster crackers, as my husband tells me, only Yankees use those.
Yeah, Yankee
But I'm a
crackers.
Yankee, so it's okay. And then saltine crackers. Whew. So anyways,
You add it to your taste.
yeah. Personally, I just put like, you know, a little bit of dashes. And then I think it's gonna be too hot for me to taste here.
Yeah, you're not gonna taste it. So the idea is hot sauce to taste if you want it. Crackers is the main thing you add to it.
Yep. You can add them however you want.
Salt for the people who have burned their taste buds up, and pepper for people who love pepper.
Alright. So just put a lot of those in there because you need them. I don't know.
So this is, yeah,
Maybe
it's,
I can.
it's
Let's
cold
see.
weather food.
Delicious. Try it. Let me know what you think. If you have anything you think I should add, let me know. I think it's perfect.
It's pretty good.
Thanks for watching.
Hey campers, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and hit the like button. And